Okay, hello everyone. This is Sharonda, and this is my YouTube channel as well as my YouTube podcast, Spiritual Sense. Today is Sunday, and as I mentioned on Sundays, I do what I refer to as light and dark readings or illumination and revelation readings. I'd like to start off by saying that this podcast is for entertainment, informational, and sometimes educational purposes. It just depends on which episode you may listen to. Alrighty. All right. So I consider myself to be a gypsy, nomad, psychic, light, intuitive, magic mind medium, spiritualist. This is not a biblical nor religious podcast, although I may bring up the biblical text. All right, so we're going to proceed with the reading for today. And I do know what I'm going to speak about in terms of the reading, which is going to prompt my topic for today, Mark of and by the Beast. And I'm going to go into Revelation, an update on what has been revealed to me as to what that is, all right? Again, it is for entertainment purposes. So, that being said, I am going to do a 10 card. I'm going to do 6 cards with my Urban Tarot, and then I'm going to do 4 cards with my Mrs. Cleo's Power Deck cards. So before I proceed, I want to say, Father Supreme, being of all being, thank you for waking me, family and friends alike up this morning to see another day. Continue to bless us and shield us from any injury, harm, or danger. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. As it is said, it is so. I declare and I decree. Before I get into the reading, for those who have been listening in or what have you, the last reading I did mention that I felt as though if you're needing to remove any negative energy, you should light your candle, which is some rosemary, on September the 17th, which was the full moon. The next full moon that I have listed here will be Thursday, October the 17th. All right. All right. If you and I did manage to light me a candle and say a couple of petitions and things of that nature regarding the full moon. All right. So give me infinite wisdom, knowledge, capability, and understanding as I do this reading. I do know what the reading is on. So we're going to speak about, let's go ahead and pull out my cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and give me just a moment to pull my other cards out. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, looks like I pulled out too many. All right. One too many, so I put that one back. All righty. Oh, and I'm just prompted to do this reading on this particular topic. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and card 1. So I have the strength card here. Strength. All right, so let's read what the cheat sheet mentions about the strength card. self-love, unconditional love, self-respect, and courage. I think and this is courage in regards to when their strength in regards to when there are some adversaries or some things that are not right. This is what I have here, the strength card. This is what I have crosses over, Knight of Cups, the seducer. I think this is in this instance is in regards to charisma of being charismatic. Above the situation, I have the day trader. I think some things may be in the works where it's not exactly what it appears to be. The reason I have fool, which I relate to this is deception. To the left, I have futility, which has a lot to do with the uselessness. I think that's the genre or the attitude regarding what's going on in this particular reading. This is a light and dark reading. To the right, I have the gourmet chef. Things that we need. I think the attack is towards the things that you may need. All right, I have card 7. Attitude, lovers, lovers, lovers. I think in essence, this lovers card is a representation of those who you share a commonality with or a bond with or relationship with. Card 8, the chariot card. This is what's physically surrounded. The chariot has action and change, a journey, and new vehicle, vroom, vroom, is what it mentions. I think in this instance, it's going to prompt me into my topic about mark of and by the beast, and I'll get into that. I have 4 of Cups turned upside down. Now, the 4 of Cups relates to apathy, feeling unfulfilled, surprise gifts. I honestly feel as though revelation will come to many or has come to many regarding some things that are really transpiring in the world now. This shift in the paradigm regarding this spiritual awakening, if that makes sense to anybody. The outcome I have here, I have the Emperor card. So can we honestly say the Emperor card is in relation to authority or illumination, Illuminati, or whatever the case may be? So I got my revelation as to what the Illuminati means. So let's go into the thoughts, faith, and belief card. I'm just going to pull out 2 cards because this is not going to be a long reading. This is a reading for clarity, so it's not targeted to no specific person, if that makes sense to anybody. Okay, so I have the King of Pentacles. I think that King of Pentacles is a representation of this charismatic figure that shows up as the obstacle. That's what I feel as though this King of Pentacles is a representation of this charismatic figure. And to those who may be listening in or tuning in, do not take offense to the actual pictures, if that makes sense to you. Like, I'm not targeting no specific gender, no specific race, ethnicity, or whatever the case may be. All right? I have the Sun card. So again, that's my confirmation about illumination. The sun illuminates, Illuminati. I'm going to speak about the Illuminati. I think revelation will come to you as to what the Illuminati is. This is in reference to the Illuminati or Illumination. Now, let's get a little bit of. I'm not going to go into all of my cards because it will take away from the integrity of the reading, is what I feel. Right? Okay, so let's pull out two of past life cards. Imprisonment and slavery. So I honestly feel as though there's going to be with this shift into the new paradigm. I do believe, and let me look this word up because I don't like to just throw words around. I like to know what I'm actually saying. What exactly is this shift in the paradigm, and what does that mean? Well, we're going to look that up now. Again, this podcast and YouTube is for entertainment purposes. So it says a paradigm shift is a significant change in how people think and act or in the way something is done or understood. It can occur in many different contexts, such as science, industry, and culture. So I think this is a shift in the paradigm. That's what I'm going to say this reading is in regards to. Hence, mark of and by the beast. And we're going to go into that for my topic at the close of this reading. Angels, I think we're going to begin to see things in a different aspect. You know, I mentioned, all right, I mentioned that angels is a state of mind, and I do believe that. I do believe that it's all based on how you think and how you feel about things. And in essence, I think things are going to reveal itself in terms of fallen angels, watchers, angel of death. I think the main key factor here is angel of death. So if you reference to my visual presentation, as well as my YouTube audio, which is on my, what is it called? I don't even remember what it's called. Oh, gosh. Patreon. If you go on patreon.com/spiritual sense, I do have audio on there regarding Mark of and by the Beast. It's been, I want to say I spoke on that topic 2 or 3 times, but I give you my synopsis about Mark of the Beast, fallen angels, the watchers, the angel of death. I think the shift in the paradigm or the paradigm shift is such as that, where things that you once believed are no longer, because we're heading towards a new transition, if that makes sense to anybody. All right, so that being said, I will pull out my angel cards because I do believe there's a message by way of my angel cards and my healing oracle cards regarding revelation or some type of encouragement for those, so you won't feel discouraged. You won't allow some things to manifest that really doesn't apply to you, right? All right, so that is the light part of the reading. Now let's go ahead and proceed. I'm going to pull out 3 of my negative energy cards, and that's going to be past, present, and future. But before I proceed with that, I do believe that astrology has a lot of influence on this shift in energy spaces, right? The shift in the paradigm. I do believe that. And with that being said, I'm prompted to pull out three of my dark cards. 3. I'm going to say past, present, and future is what I'm going to say. Past, present, and future. Alrighty. So this is the card. Let's make sure they are all, oops, they not. All right, so let's turn them around. Because when they are all upside right, I'm going to say, okay, I got the cards the wrong way. So let's change that around. All right. Now, past, I have High Priestess. So I honestly feel as though this High Priestess card is a representation of wisdom in this case. But wisdom in regards to revelation, if that makes sense to you. Right? Because I do believe that, we want to be positive, we want to be favorable, but we also want to be conscientious of some things that may not be favorable that exist in this life experience, right? So I'm going to say that the high priestess in this situation is wisdom to give you inclination about some unfavorable things that are in the works. So I think many of people has prayed and asked for wisdom to step in on the darker side of things, if that makes sense to you, like to be revealed. As we stand now, I have the star card. So I do believe star in this situation is such as that. Stars, people are turning to astrology and numerology and astronomy because they're beginning to find out that God is somehow reaching us in a different aspect, something we never even fathomed before. So I think the constellation of the stars, zodiac, and things of that nature are providing you some sense of revelation, if that makes sense to you. Now, what's to come? Well, so I have this card here. I honestly feel as though this right here is a representation of what? This is a representation of past, present, and future. So I'm going to say that this high priestess is going to enlighten you regarding past, present, and future is what I'm going to say. The heart will be unleashed and unveiled, if that makes sense to anybody. Like some things that you didn't know will come to the forefront at these times. All right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna pull out my moon card, not my moonology, but my moon cards. And we're gonna read it as it may. So give me just a moment. Let me focus on what card. I think I'm gonna focus on this one today. And again, I got those upside down as well. All right, so it says the buck moon, number 20, prepare. I honestly think that right now God is going to prepare you for those trying times because I think things are not going to be favorable. Right? I mean, that's life. That's life. So you want to ask for the high priestess, divine feminine energy to come in, wisdom. She's going to let you know some things that you may not have even fathomed. Right? Some things that you might not even fathom. So again, it mentions prepare. Prepare. You want to be prepared. You want to be prepared. You don't want to be sidetracked. You want to be prepared during these times, as I mentioned about the tribulation and all of that. And I don't know a lot about the Bible. I do not. And so I cannot argue the Bible with anyone. I can only give you my spiritual sense as to what has come to my being, right? But I do believe Source is wanting you to know that you need to prepare during these times. As I speak to you, I speak to me. I cannot give out advice that I'm not, like I can't tell you to do something I wouldn't do, if that makes sense to you. Okay, dokie. Now we're going to go ahead. I'm going to stick to the right. And there's three negative energies I feel over this situation. I say 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to be in relation to past, present, and future. So what does the cards mention? Well, we're going to find out now. So the first card I have here mentions about 4 of Pentacles, Valafor or Valfor. How would you pronounce that? Valafor. Well, we know the 4 of Pentacles as relates to my cheat sheet mentions greed or desire for long-term security. So we know that negative energies is looking to make tracks, right? To set ground roots somewhere. We know this. This is something that we have seen to transpire. That the negative energies are looking to set ground roots. Do bear with me. I had to take me a little bite. Right? It says, bear with me just a moment, because we're going to read the cards. It mentions, if you're able to see this, tempts thieves to still serve as an excellent familiar. So I honestly feel as though that excellent familiar is a spirit that you are familiar with. You may, like I said, history repeats itself. Reincarnation is real. So when you know certain energy spaces or energies that presents themselves, you'll be able to detect or even to take note of that energy. It's what it lets me know. Now let's proceed to now. Page of Pentacles, Marats or Marats. Teaches astronomy and liberal science, knows the virtues of precious stones and herbs, gives very good familiars. So I do believe that by way of astronomy, that God will make things apparent to you to where you are able to detect certain spirits. Before awakening today, I kept thinking about the 12 disciples and the 12 tribes of Israel. It kept pulling that in my spirit. And it kept mentioning about, reference to the backgrounds of the 12 disciples. What was the significance of them? And I'm not going to try to turn this into a biblical Bible class because I'm not qualified to do that. But this is something that kept reigning in my spirit upon awakening today. Take note of the disciples and what their representation of, and you'll begin to detect those same energy spaces and spirits in everyday walks of life. All right, so what's to come? The sun. Again, we get the sun card. So that is your confirmation. Illumination is what it lets me know. Illuminati. What is the Illuminati? Let me put that down on my notes so I can do some pull up some information about the Illuminati. What is the Illuminati? Do we know what the Illuminati is? So it says the sun, boon or boony, makes one rich, smart, and well-spoken. Gathers spirits at tombs and changes the places of the dead. So those who were not able will be. And this is what the negative energy is letting me know, That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make things that are unfavorable favorable. Very charismatic characters, what it lets me know. Very charismatic character. So let's get your moonology. Let's get the moonology in regards to what's going on. So, do you think these things are going to transpire? Well, if you're not taking heed, it will. That's what it lets me know. It will transpire if you don't take heed to forewarnings. Because, oh my gosh, I just dropped all of the moonology cards on the floor. Oh my God. Okay, I picked those up in a little bit. I don't want to take away from the reading. That's a distraction piece. But um, let's get a synopsis as to what the moonology card mentions. It says your commitment is being tested first quarter moon. So I do believe that we are being tested, and particularly the first quarter of next year, coming 2025. We are being tested. We have to be very conscientious during the months of January, February, as well as March. We need to be conscientious anytime, but particularly because I pulled this out, it says your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. First quarter moon, because I do believe illumination is going to come during that time. It's going to reveal itself. That's what it lets me know. All right. So what does Source wants me to convey for those for encouragement during this time? What does Source wants me to convey to us during these times? Well, just sit back and watch. We're going to show you. I'm going to show you. Oh, gosh. Guidance. I can't make it up. I cannot make it up. Cannot make it up. I cannot make it up. Look. It says, in times of uncertainty, I ask God to guide me to the light in my being. I am directed to doors that will open inner freedom to me and step forward in trust. I release my faith to God, and my faith is rewarded. See, I cannot make it up. I cannot make it up. Let's proceed with the angel cards. So I do believe there's a significance in the angel cards. Mentions to pull out two. So I'm going to pull out two angel cards in regards to this reading. Two angel cards. Okie dokie. Let's go here and here. Two angel cards regarding this situation. Again, this podcast and YouTube channel is for entertainment purposes. It is for entertainment purposes. Life review. Archangel Jeremiah, take inventory of your life and resolve to change or hear anything that is unbalanced. So we want to get in accordance with God. We want to get in sync and in accordance. For those who may be listening in or will be tuning in, I did a chakra reading on yesterday, and I showed where it put in my upon awakening how to align the chakras. And I was prompted to draw my own pictures in regards to the chakras, and it put it in alignment. So we want to make sure we get our life in alignment. If we get our temple and our life in alignment, God is going to guide your footsteps. And this is your confirmation here, guidance, right? You don't have anything to fear is what I'm trying to get you to see, despite of what presents or what they say or what how unfavorable the circumstances may be. You don't have anything to fear. The next card I have here is comfort. It says, Archangel Azrael, I am with you with your time, in your time of need, helping you helping your heart to heal. So for those who may feel worry or fear and things of that nature, wisdom, I mentioned this earlier. It's going to come to you. It's going to bring the soothe. It's like a soother to you, right? During times of adversity, but you do have to be prepared because this too shall pass, right? Okay. So I am going to go ahead and conclude this light and dark illumination and revelation reading. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you're more than welcome to comment below. And stay tuned. I will be prompted to do an update on my mark of and by the beast. And I'm going to give some subtopics in regards to that. So stay tuned for that. Have a second wonderful day. Good day.